and dermatological surgery practice. For more information, email Dr. Porter Cayman at gmail.com. That's drportercayman@gmail.com. Call 946-9020 to book your appointment today. That's 946-9020.
Hi everyone, I'm Roy McTaggart and I'm here with Joey Hugh to tell you about an exciting Progressives event coming up.
That's right, Roy. We're inviting all members and friends of the Progressives to our National Council meeting.
It's happening on Saturday, August 10th at 7 p.m. at the Seafarers Association Hall, 11 Victory Avenue in Prospect.
Join us to hear about our plans and bold vision for the upcoming election and meet our dedicated Progressives members of Parliament in person.
And yes, there will be delicious food and drinks.
We can't wait to see all of our Progressive family and friends here. It's a great opportunity to get involved and stay informed.
So join us at the Seafarers Hall on Saturday, August 10th at 7 p.m. See you there.
Stronger, safer, future. Vote Progressive. Caring and
The mission of the National Conservation Council and the Department of Environment is to ensure our islands consider responsible use of our natural resources while preserving our native species and habitats for future generations. Learn more at conservation.ky.
Work's new jobs and online payment services is officially live. Experience a more user-friendly site with easier navigation and enhanced features. Job seekers can now explore additional features tailored to their needs. Employers can benefit from a streamlined process for managing job posts and applications. Online payments are now a breeze. Discover more at worc.ky or call us at 945-9672.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Hey, welcome back and thanks for joining us. And in the studio, we have Mr. Kenneth Ebanks, Miss Laura Eggilshaw. We have Mr. Ormond Ebanks, who will just be back a second, Mr. Loxley Banks, and join us as well as Mr. Mario Ebanks. We have a couple of callers, but you've been sitting to my left for a bit, Mr. Mario. You want to have a quick word, sir?
Thank you very much. I just want to thank you for having us and also say hello to all the listening audience in the Cayman Islands and elsewhere. I just wanted to quickly provide an overview of the letter, just very, very brief in terms of our letter that was sent by the West Bay Feedback Committee, which came out of all the meetings that was held in the district over the last 6 weeks, and also other feedback that we got. This letter was submitted on the 6th of August. It has a cover letter and it has attachments representing the community feedback received at all the meetings. The total submission was 40 pages and it has 45 signatures. And the letter basically, I'll just give you the first couple of paragraphs. It says, "We, the undersigned, hereby submit this report of representations on the above caption to the Central Planning Authority, CPA." And that's the representations on the Planning Statement 2024. And we ask that, 1, extend the public consultation period until 30th of September 2024 for the following reasons. A, it has been 27 years since the last review, and while we concur the Development Plan 1997, the plan requires amendments, we prefer that it is done right rather than just symbolic amendments to it. Recognizing that the planning statement is an important pillar in the ongoing Plan Cayman process, our feedback committee feels strongly that the language in that statement must be clear and specific if it will be effective in informing and a driver to those phases of this important project. B, it is apparent that many people have not read the planning statement, and an additional 60 days will give, 1, the authority additional time to conduct more public consultation and outreach activities, and 2, the public a total of 4 months to review the planning statement, which is generally 4 times what is afforded for other legislative changes, and negate any complaints about the process being rushed. It also says that having the month of July half of the consultation period is not conducive because parents who plan to take their children on vacation were away during that period. The submission that we submitted went on to talk about a number of other things. It talks about the rationale for the committee's request for more time. It talked about is the proposed project plan and timeline sustainable and development and beneficial, and it provided further comments to support our request for an extension of time and a new approach. It asks, the cover letter asks, why is an extension of time to review the planning statement needed? Is an overall pause or refocusing of the plan exercise needed? Is a different approach needed in order for the Plan Cayman to become a reality? And then it went on to some concluding statements. The cover letter also recommended a number of things, which I just quickly mentioned on page 4 of the cover letter to the submission. It says, and this has been sent in, of course, it's sent into the Planning Authority and also acknowledged by them, and we appreciate the opportunity. It says, therefore, we propose the following concurrent actions at this time to mitigate further irreversible impacts prior to the plan being agreed. And this is what we're asking for: more time and a pause. But if the continued rate of development that we have now goes on, we're not really going to achieve anything at all. So we're saying we're suggesting and asking for a moratorium on the approval by the CPA of large 10-story buildings, primarily on the coastal zones, until a new plan is approved for the islands. 6B says a moratorium by the CPA on further residential or resort commercial developments on the 7 Mile Beach area until a new coastal setback limits and rules are included in the regulations. 6C, a moratorium on the reclamation or filling of large tracts of wetlands until stormwater and drainage plans are designed, approved, and ready for implementation for specified zones within the islands. And finally, 6D, no additional removal of coastline mangrove buffer. So that really is just a quick overview of our cover letter, which accompanied a page of about 35, total 45. But this one marks 34. So that plus the cover letter makes it 45. And it was very comprehensive, and we're hoping that the government and the CPA and the powers that be will look at it very carefully and acknowledge the need for more time, and to look at this whole exercise as a holistic approach, because we have a good thing going in this island, in these islands, but if you don't plan properly and get a better cohesive plan put together, we're going to destroy a good thing.
All right. And respectfully, let's invite some more comments from our callers. Hey, welcome. Thank you for sharing.
Hey, good afternoon, Sterling.
And to you, how are you today?
I'm good, my friend. I'm good, my friend. Good to see all your panel there. Good evening to the lady and all the gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
And to you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
I just want to comment on regarding the comment that Mr. Ormond made, and he always makes that comment. I think it's him that always makes that comment. Where's Cayman going? Where are we going?
So we at the table have that same concern, and we don't know.
We don't know. We do not know, because when we stop and realize how much the foreign investors is coming in here and slowly taking our tables from under us when we eating, we got to the point that we have no way to turn, nothing to do, but just to go abide. Abide is the word that I should use, according to them. And when I say that, I say this. When we had the meeting here on the block regarding Mr. Schilling with this, the marina, it was stunning to know that the Brockers made fun of me and ridicule me of standing up against something that they say is beneficial to Cayman Brock. Listen and learn. Listen, gentlemen, you all are Grand Cayman. I am Cayman Brock. That has no benefit to Cayman Brock. all it's going to do is ruin our iron shores and destroy when hurricane comes in. It's going to wipe out that entire area of West End. It's going to cause nothing but infrastructural problems. And the people don't see it because they're thinking that money is going to be involved. These people have no intentions of having money shoot in our pockets. They're not going to put nothing in our pockets. It's for their own benefit. And I don't understand why I can't get it through to the people here on the islands, because when they make fun of me. But I tell them many times, I say, listen, go back in the Bible and read when the people made fun of Moses and Noah, and see what happened to them. That's what happened to Cayman Brac. We have nowhere to go. We have one side on the south side that the boats go into the harbor there. And you're going to create a harbor and show the people that the harbor is going to be right next to the side of your road, your road that you use daily, your commuting road, that the ship's going to be right next. You can look over and see the ship on the side of the ship next to the street. And these kind of stupid things that crops up in the minds of people in our little island, that the people come here and take us for fools, that they think that we knows nothing more than what they can just ram in our throats, and we must sit down and acknowledge and take what they give us. It's high time that we stop it. It's high time that we stand, and it's high time that we put our foot down to say, listen, let's take Cayman back with this, because when these kind of times like hurricane season come around, we need our shores to protect our homes and our land. We don't need to open up our shores to the seas that go roll right in through the western area and take the homes and push them way past. There's no bluff and put them on the south side of the island. Let me tell you something. When 1932 hit, there wasn't nothing on that side of the shore in West End, and there was nothing there then to stop the seas. I mean, there was trees. Now there won't be anything at all. So imagine a storm come from the southwest and this devastate Cayman Brac. In that kind of, I mean, it's sad to know, Sterling and gentlemen, lady that listening. It is sad to know. To me, it hurts me, because I am not saying that I am against anything to benefit a place. I'm not saying that I'm against that. What I am against is when they come in and rush these things as quick as they can before government or anyone, not government, before the people can hear about it and government approve it, and then they comes out 6 weeks after and say, oh, this is already in plans of what we're going to do. Come on, man. We are you know who is taking us for fools?
Yes,
and I said that with no holding back, Sterling, this evening. You know real and truly who is taking us for fools? Our own parliamentary people that we put in government. They are the ones that taking us for fools. And it's sad. It is sad for the people that gusted down and don't want these things, but they can't say nothing, because you know what they say? They come in like when COVID were going around. Oh, take the shot or you got beat or you don't have no job. Oh, now they're telling you, oh, shut your mouth or you don't have no job. Listen, Sterling, I got to tell you one thing. And I hope the whole entire island listening. I got one little corner that I live in here, Cayman Brac. If any government official think that they man or woman to step foot there and tell me say that I can't speak my mind in my free country to defend my people, I challenge any one of them to send as much police they want, as much military as they want, and it'll be sad come that day that happened, because I am not going to stop fighting against the stupidity of the things that are happening in these islands until somebody stand with me and fight for the things that need to be fought for.
Yeah, man. Hey, thanks very much.
I have a quick question for the caller. When this Port Zeus, I think the marina you were talking about by Schilling, was first as a proposal, was the Cayman Brac population Did you have public consultations regarding it before?
Nothing
at all.
Nothing was all. Nothing. They just came up with a solution and say, listen, okay, we gonna have a meeting next week, and this is what. If Mom, I'm being honest with you. If you were in that meeting, if you didn't get your heart rate up and walk out, you were gonna get so frustrated that words will come out your mouth that you wouldn't know what to say.
All right.
And you're also saying that what you've seen from the last few minutes on Plan Cayman, that people, the majority of Cayman Brackers want the marina, or do you think it's divided?
To me, I think it's more of a higher percent that want it than a lower percent, because this is the reason why they want it. They're thinking, and Schilling is a mind-boggling person, and I see him, and I see nothing but evil through him. This is what he's telling the people. I'm going to give on a work. And I told him to his face right there in the meeting, I said, you cannot guarantee no Caymanian work in that establishment, because first of all, you're going to tell us that we do not have the training. First of all.
And there's a last concern too, that it's some of these projects that start, and we've seen it happen in Cayman, they start but they never finish, they get abandoned right after the damage is done. So that's a big concern as well. Thank you.
Hey, thanks very much, and I recognize there's much to say, but let's just respectfully go to the news and come back. We'll continue. Thank you again for calling.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market.
With your latest headlines, I'm Felicia Rankin-Solins. Cayman Airways has received reports of a phishing email being sent to customers claiming that their account has been temporarily suspended. This email was not sent by Cayman Airways, and anyone receiving it should not click on any links nor provide any information to the senders. In international news, a plane has crashed in the Brazilian state of Sao Paulo, killing all 62 people on board. The twin-engine turboprop plane was flying from Cascavel to the main airport in Sao Paulo City when it came down. The plane was carrying 58 passengers and 4 crew. Authorities said the plane landed on a residential building. Rapper Travis Scott has been arrested in Paris after fighting with his bodyguard, according to French authorities. The 33-year-old U.S. star is alleged to have attacked a security guard who attempted to break up the two men at a 5-star hotel on Friday morning. French prosecutors told the Reuters and AFP news agencies they had opened a criminal investigation into unspecified violence against the guard. These are your headlines. I'm Felicia Rankin-Solins.
www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News. Attention, all aspiring chefs, waiters, and mixologists in the Cayman Islands. The Ministry of Planning, Agriculture, Housing, Infrastructure, Transport, and Development is proud to support our young Caymanians in the prestigious Young Chef, Young Waiter, Young Mixologist Cayman Islands 2024 competition. Are you ready to showcase your talent and compete for a chance to represent the Cayman Islands on the world stage? Enter now for the opportunity to win $15,000 at the Teen World Finals in Singapore. The competition is open to all Caymanian hospitality professionals aged 28 or under. Register now at www.youngchefyoungwaiter.com/Cayman-Islands. Hurry, entries close at midnight on August 11th. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Planning, Agriculture, Housing, Infrastructure, Transport and Development.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Thank you so much for joining us and for this level of citizen participation. As I look around the table, I see individuals who, I don't want to say retired. So please understand when I share that. people who have now taken on a sort of another hat and bringing to the table their collective experience and expertise. So to Mr. Clydas, Mr. Loxley in particular, Mr. Ormond, Ms. Laurie Eggilshaw and Mr. Mario Ebanks. Before we take the other calls, Mr. Ormond.
Yeah, I would like to actually commend the young man from the BRAC. He's a very outspoken young man. I think he has not just Cayman BRAC, but Cayman Islands at heart. And I would really wish that especially the people of Cayman BRAC would pay attention to what the young man is saying, because you can hear his frustration in what he's doing, what he's saying, and it's hard to really accept what's going on in the Cayman Islands. And unless we decide that we're going to make some sort of a robust move, we just can't talk. We have to show the elected people that is dragging us over these coals that we intend to just do more than lip service. So election is next year, and we have to get district councils in the way. Of course, that is the way that we will have some say, not just elected people that do as they see fit. It is obviously that they're not paying any mind to us. So that's what we're looking forward to between now and the end of the year, having something drafted and put to the government that they will have to understand that we need to have some say.
All right. Let's invite some other callers. Hey, welcome. Thanks for calling. Yes, hello?
Hello.
How are you?
Good afternoon to you.
And to you, sir. Yes, thank you.
Yes, I'm hearing an echo here. Good afternoon to the lady and honorable gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
And it's a lot of
caller.
things being said. Yes.
No, you were correct. You said lady. Going to an honorable gentleman. They used that term loosely.
Speak for yourself.
Yes, but I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, gentlemen, I know you all understand what I'm saying, because most of you are of the age that are close to me. I think Mr. Loxley is probably the only person there that's older than I am. Pretty sure of that. Before I say what I have to say, before you cut me off, I just want to thank my friend from the BRAC, Mr. Raymond Scott, for giving a tribute as two ships passing by to the memory of Mr. Percy Ebanks. We all know who I'm talking about here. Mm-hmm. Captain P, as we called him, and that's what Raymond called him also. He sailed second mate and chief mate for many years with National Boat, and on the oil transfers and so forth. And he last night he went out when I called him, spoke to him, went out with his flashlight through the bushes to his garage so he could send off a message to two ships that would be passing by, as he knows where they are and so forth. And a large old ship, 65,000 tons of fertilizer going into the U.S. port. I think it was going into Louisiana and so forth, and gave a tribute to him. I must commend that what he did.
Yes, sir.
I love the night with his flashlight, so forth, honoring one of our well-known seamen. And the thing with us here, it sounds as if we're planning a plan to plan a plan. To plan a plan about a plan. We know, if we think about it, someone was saying about tourism, the value of it and so forth. 1969, I remember working for my cousin Jim Barton when he had a Shell distributorship and agency here and rent-a-car business. And I got the Fiat agency for him. Sold it later to Steve Foster. Anyhow, that whenever I went to the outer districts, it was all tourism. And everywhere, everybody worked in tourism. That was the importance of it. several of our guys had come home from sea and were working at home with a few hotels and other entities, as we know. But it was all Caymanians, and that makes a big difference. Young people here now, even involved in the planning thing and whatever, they have no idea about that. No idea whatsoever. Trust me. I can listen to them talking and so, but they don't. And that was it, the tourism. So when we belittle the importance of tourism, it really gets to me. I'm not going to say more about that. With the issue of population, we have no idea. It's a great guess. As I've said this before, over and over and over, without direct income tax, you have no idea really of who is working in your country and how much they really produce. A lot of people here have paid in cash in their remunerations, paid in cash. We all know this. There are millions and millions of dollars that's not accountable to the government. I stand by what I say. I'm talking millions and millions and millions of dollars. So we don't know. We make educated guess. Even the statistics department, they're making an educated guess when we talk about population and the monies that's received and the GDP and so on and on and on. Some 50 years ago or so, we relegated or turned over the actual power to the powerful private sector. I have said this before and I'll continue to say. It may sound unimportant to many people, but believe me if you think about it, and that's what and who really makes the decision. I'm putting my head on a chopping block for having said that. But I believe at my age I can say, and that's it, what comes. But this is where our problems lie. So therefore we can make plans. We can make plans and we know the plans are right and so forth. We can hold referendums. I do believe we need to build a port of a pier, not a port, but a pier for the cruise ships if we're going to stay in the cruise ship business. It's obvious to me over the many years that it has to be built. It doesn't have to be built in Georgetown. It's not the perfect place for it.
All right. Well, I appreciate that respectfully, and to our guests and to the callers. Let's just take the final break, and we'll continue when we return.
Summer's heating up, and so are the good times. Whether you are out on the water, enjoying the beach, or gathering with colleagues for an office bash, make it a feast to remember with Subway. From assorted sandwich platters to mouth-watering cookies, our catering menu has something for everyone. Perfect for groups of 5 or more. For food that's fresh, fast, and perfect for any occasion, choose Subway Catering. Visit subway.ky for catering options. Subway. Eat fresh.
It's that time of year again. Cayman Airways is celebrating its anniversary with airfares on sale. Tickets are now on sale for some of your favorite destinations: Miami, Tampa, New York, Los Angeles, Kingston, La Ceiba, Panama, Havana, and even Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. But hurry, this sale ends August 10th. Other conditions apply. Book online at CaymanAirways.com or call 949-2311. Cayman Airways, celebrating 56 years as Cayman's award-winning national airline.
Find your dream car with a Cayman National Vehicle Loan. Enjoy 100% financing, up to 8-year repayment, and a 7% fixed interest rate for the first 5 years. For eco-friendly cars, we'll waive your commitment fee. This only applies to new vehicles. Call 949-8300 or email lending@caymannational.com today.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
Hi everyone, I'm Roy McTaggart and I'm here with Joey Hugh to tell you about an exciting Progressives event coming up.
That's right, Roy. We're inviting all members and friends of the Progressives to our National Council meeting.
It's happening on Saturday, August 10th at 7 p.m. at the Seafarers Association Hall, 11 Victory Avenue in Prospect.
Join us to hear about our plans and bold vision for the upcoming election and meet our dedicated Progressives members of Parliament in person.
And yes, there will be delicious food and drinks.
We can't wait to see all of our Progressive family and friends here. It's a great opportunity to get involved and stay informed.
So join us at the Seafarers Hall on Saturday, August 10th at 7 p.m. See you there.
Stronger, safer, future. Vote Progressive. Caring and
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Hey, welcome back, and thanks for joining us as we talk about the plan and statement as part of Plan Cayman. Mr. Kenneth Ebanks, Ms. Laura Eggilshaw, Ms. Loxley Banks, Mr. Ormond Ebanks, and Mario Ebanks. It's a roll call. We do have another caller, and I'm grateful that you would all come in as we go to the regular line. Hey, welcome. Thanks for calling.
Hey, good afternoon, Sterling, to you and your panel.
And to you.
Here. How are you doing?
Hey, Dom. Welcome, man.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon to all you. It's great to hear the West Bayers up there, obviously, trying to encourage everybody else to try to stand up for, what we see as something that is going to be a big impact to all our lives, even those that are going to be gone as well. Because as, we can already see things shifting to the graveyards, etc. But I just want to say I don't want to take up too much time because I didn't really hear the panel talking too much. The phone call seems that, we're taking most of the conversation. I was hoping to hear more from the panel, but I just wanted to call in, obviously give my support for the West Bay committee as well because, we saw the proposal plans by the Minister of Tourism the other day with the presenter showing us all these ports and, of course, recommending which one would be obviously the best and so forth. And obviously, we see Cayman itself no longer being driven by us, really. It's actually being driven by the growth of the population, right? Because the more the population grows, the demand grows, and at such a rapid rate. These expansions are needed, and of course, we don't approve of them being so big. But I mean, I guess if you're going to do it and it takes so long, you have to be done that way. But it is quite alarming to see that the population growth is causing all of these changes, not just causing us to develop more and other things to grow more, but obviously it requires more dependence on the social issues as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything is growing with it. And so that is dictating what is happening. So something has to be stopped, whether it's on the work permit side being slowed down or, people being allowed to also buy property that, are not Caymanians. And maybe it has a benefit to it too, where the property that is non-Caymanian can, it's like the tax man said just now, maybe that's the first place you start applying tax to the, non-Caymanians and non-Caymanian companies that own properties, et cetera, especially the physical properties. Those intellectual ones sometimes are a little harder to go because they can move up and down a bit more. But if you own a bunch of apartments and a lot of land and assets here, that ain't going to pick up and go nowhere. And we already have these people in a position that even whatever I wouldn't go say do whatever you feel like doing with them, because, we're a Christian nation and we say do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And obviously, two wrongs don't make a right. So us doing something wrong, but what's being done wrong wouldn't make much sense. So obviously, I can make it a little short and cut. But like I said, obviously, we're being dictated by the population growth. And we need to find a way to slow that down altogether and the benefit from it, like the tax man said as well, start, putting some kind of, we don't call it tax. When you come in here, you got embarkation tax and obviously and all these other things. So you just add another one to those categories that are not Caymanian.
Yes, sir.
And also remove it from being a sort of element that is needed to become a Caymanian. Just take that out of the equation altogether and put something else in the place of that formula, so that, that dictates how you become a Caymanian. Because I'm not trying to be rude and say that we cut people completely off. It's good to have some form of, migration, us going, people coming, is how it is. But at a rapid rate like this, it's obviously like taking in too much air at one time, But I want to thank the panel. You all have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Caller.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Caller?
Yeah, still here, Clyde.
Okay, just 1 minute. Did you do the survey that the planning sent out for the Plan Cayman and submit your comments on it?
Actually, now that you have said it, I haven't met back into the email that I wrote down, but now that you say that, do I still have time to do that today? Or no?
No, the deadline was last Tuesday, the 6th. But
what was good to know is that someone else who had submitted a comment, who had shared it with me prior to doing it. Of course, more comments were the better, of course, which was, what we were looking at as well, too. But I was glad to see that they had included, my views.
Well, that's good to, since you can't officially submit your comments now, there's still another avenue, and that is the elected representative. If you agree, basically, with some what we have proposed, then approach your representative, approach other representatives, elected representatives, and let them know exactly how you feel. Thank you, sir.
And I thank you for that too. And just for the record, you could say, I personally have reached out to them prior, to some of these things happening. Obviously, obviously people have different views on things, and obviously I can answer you back the way you are. But my encouragement to them, obviously was and still is, that I encourage them to, be very mindful of how we are letting ourselves be dictated by the external sources, which is this population growth, right? And the greed for demand, or the demand for greed, whichever you want to turn it around. So, and hopefully, I can't remember if it's Friday or Monday, Sterling. I didn't know what day of the week it is, but
it's Friday.
Okay. I work so much it feels like the same day, but just wishing all a wonderful, safe weekend. I certainly will be reaching back out to them, because nothing like a good reminder, just to remind them of who we're developing for, which at this point we really already know who we're developing for. We're developing due to demand and the population growth, and we need to stop it right there so that slows down and we have a chance to actually catch up on ourselves. All right, thank you all. Have a wonderful and safe weekend.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have any more?
No. Mr. Mario?
Yeah, I just want to thank all the 40 people who signed the submission by the West Bay Feedback Committee. But I also heard when I was driving over to come to the show today, I heard some Kenneth talking about people accusing him of running an election and all kind of stuff. But I just want to thank you, Kenneth, for being so selfless with this process. You love the country, you know the subject, you have some time now because you're retired and you're passionate about it. So I want to thank you publicly for all the work that you did and all the other members that you called from the outset. Last night I was able to read the submission that was also made by the Sustainable Cayman Group, and I saw it's actually a very impressive document as well that they submitted, and I saw a lot of similarities in their submission to the ones that we made in our submission that came out of the points that were made, and they talked about a strategic environmental assessment, population analysis. One that also caught my attention was a consideration of carrying capacity, looking at our carrying capacity, and that's critical, you know. And I thought that when we asked for a pause in this whole exercise and more time, I was thinking about it. If we don't have a pause in this development rate that we have now to get a proper plan, and then we can restart, we're going to end up in a big problem. Because just look at this example. CUC, right? Caribbean Utilities Company, they're talking about these brownouts or power cuts or whatever. That's now. But you wait until you get Dolphin Point and other condominium developments in Northwest Point finished. Wait until Cayman Bay gets more buildings. Wait until Watermark finishes. It's almost finished now. The Locovia demolish and rebuild. The Westin Hotel expansion. The new Grand Hyatt. The other hotel next to the Georgetown Cemetery. The South Sound condominiums. Enterprise City. Grand Harbor. When all those come on stream, CUC cannot keep power on to everybody. So if they don't plan now for this, and we don't plan now for managing our development sustainably, we all are going to be, as Paul Keynes Douglas say, on the precipice and making one bold step forward. So that's why we're asking for more time, for a clearer look at this thing and a sustainable plan. And we hope the government listens and we come together as a country, all the districts in the 3 islands, and let's look at this thing holistically. No need for a rush. Election year is next year. Let's do this thing properly and don't worry about politics, because this could backfire anyway. But let's do it the right way. Get it right. As we said in the last paragraph in our letter, we don't want to derail the process. Let's do it the right way.
Right. Well, I appreciate it, and I'm hoping that this will be a continuation to the caller's point as we close out. If I might, and I'll be guided by you, this isn't a West Bay thing. Hopefully, that as the people take a page, as we understand the other districts are doing, you know, come on board. Citizens, we just happen to benefit from a semblance of organization, but also that call now to get it right instead of getting it done. As Sage, can I invite, if you so choose, as we go around the table, Mr. Ormond, to you, then Mr. Loxley, if you wish, and you know, some closing thoughts.
Yeah, I want to thank all of the listeners as well as the audience in here for what we discussed this afternoon. And we're going to have another meeting hopefully shortly that we can get together and keep the fire going, because even the identity of Caymanians is under threat. What I'd like to say before I get off right now, when I look at that Grand Hyatt that is being constructed, I'd like someone from the planning department to tell the Caymanian people what's going to happen when that building is finished and occupied, up and running. What you're going to do about the road, the traffic, where you have no area on each other side to expand. Again, if we had some district councils, we would have more say in exactly what's going on in the island. So my little piece now is about finished, and I want to wish you guys a happy weekend, and hopefully we'll get together soon again. Thank you so much.
Well, I think, as has been referred to continuously around the table, it's a good time now to take a pause in all of this rapid development that we've had and try to make some corrective processes. And we have to, if we really want to make some corrective processes, you've got to look at the whole plan as a holistic thing. As we said before, you got all of these other plants in silos, but if they're not coagulated together, then, you know, we're going to wind up same place 10 years from now, 15 years from now, same place as we are today, and we might not even get there.
All right, thanks. Ms. Laura.
Yeah, I'd like to say to everyone listening to please encourage in your district council so that you can have your say, and whenever the plans are made, try to ensure, all of us try to ensure that there is a quality of the natural environment at place in these plans, because there's no conspiracy theory in what we're seeing happening right now. We're seeing flooding happening and roads are being built and developments being built and raised up. We're seeing congestion. We're seeing a lot of things that we didn't experience before because of hasty development. And these are things that are happening right now that could be prevented if proper development plan was in place. Thank you.
Are you?
Before I give it over to the chairman for final comments, I just want to say anybody who would like to get a copy of our submission, the cover letter and the additional documents, who are members of the committee or who came to the meetings or who really want to just get it. I think if they write to our chairman, Kenneth, he'll give you his email address. It could be emailed to you. But it is a very good document, and we want people to get engaged and read and just get focused.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to again thank all the person who listening and watching on YouTube or Facebook. Thank you all for your time. Also, if you, as I said to the last caller, if you haven't written in your comments, or if you agree with some of the approaches that we are recommending, speak to your representative. Numbers in this particular instance means a lot. The more persons that show up and show that they do not support the current process or proposals, they will take heed of that. And I said, I am not trying to be political in any way, but what is for sure and for certain is that elections have consequences, and numbers matter at elections. So let your voices be heard. Have a great weekend. It was a pleasure being here, and I hope to be back on at some point in the near future.
Well, I want to thank you all, individual and collective, for coming for each time. Mr. Ebanks, Cletus, for expanding and extending the invitation for others to join. And to the last callers, reflecting that initially the panel has a view, but inviting through the callers the participation so that we had our feedback. Just a quick, we've got what? The referendum, the Electoral Boundaries Commission, the dump health strategy, the education strategy, the notion of the East-West RTL, the National Conservation Law, the extension to the runway, the proposed Little Cayman Airport, the plan Cayman, the general elections. There's so, and this is just without even listening and trying to be exhaustive, a lot of things. So if democracy is going to be championed, if our rights and voices are going to be of any consequence, we need to get involved. Thank you all. I'm hoping other districts will equally participate, take up Cletus's invitation to speak to the parliamentarians that represent their respective areas and be a part of this unfolding voice. I'm grateful to be in the company. Hopefully that you would forgive the shortened time for today's discussions, but the invitation always stands for a continued dialogue. Now that we have a document that we can comment, and for those who want it, a safe and enjoyable weekend. An invitation always to join me start on Monday morning for the record, and of course for Talk to David after the midday news. If I may be excused in saying that there are, without question, two things that affect our lives: economics and politics. Being ill-concerned or non-involved in those things mean that we don't care about life, or standard of living, or quality of life, or safety, or security. It's nothing about being, elected or wanting to be. It's about being alive and having a chance to contribute. So, thanks very much.
Ian, thank you very much, too.
All right.
Thank you for having us.
And can we all publicly say thanks to Miss Susan, because boy,
thanks
we give her a warm time. Thanks so much. And each of you participate, because without it, it won't be. Lessons until Monday.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.
Here is where tradition never dies. This is your radio.